before I invite anybody to come up, I am now instituting a new rule. There will be a 3-minute maximum on any one person, and I will call on other people to speak before calling on that person to speak a second time.
Can we take a vote on that?
No, we can't.
Why not?
Because I don't want to, and I'm the chairman.
You're supposed to get the permission of the board before you can make a change.
I am. Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, at work.
Yes, sir. You are supposed to get permission of the members. The
You know,
chairman
Art,
cannot. You did this. This
you know,
man
Art,
did
I
the
can solve
last
this
thing.
in a heartbeat. You want me to solve it?
You're wrong. I would pursue through the Freedom of Information Officer, okay, how these procedures are run. The chairman cannot dictate.
All right, you're not going to take over the meeting, Art. I am instituting. If you want to complain about that, Rod, go ahead. If you want to complain about it, go ahead. As of right now, 3 minutes maximum per person. I'm instituting that as the chairman of this commission.
Mr. Chairman, I heard you say I will wait to call on someone else.
Yes.
So my understanding is that a person can speak
3 minutes.
More than once.
Yes, more than once. Thank you, yes. Yeah, it's not my intention to curtail discussion, but only that it be under a greater degree of control than has been evident at previous meetings. So yes, I am unilaterally instituting a 3-minute maximum rule. Who would like to address the commission? Would you come? Go ahead, the man with the big grin.
Cliff Atkin. Have you come out with any new regulations regarding signs, political signs?
We are about to, yes.
Yeah, I'd like to make a suggestion that you allow all sizes and types of political signs from the day after Labor Day to 1 week after the election, so therefore people will have the time to take them down, because as you well know, the economy is teetering on the brink of a depression, and overburdensome regulations stifle business. And with regard to that, this is another way of listening to the people, the First Amendment, and it could affect future business in town by having less regulation based on the determination of who becomes the new office holders. I'd like to just give you a quick quote. We are fast approaching the stage of the ultimate inversion, the stage where the government is free to do anything it pleases, while the citizens may act only by permission, which is the stage of the darkest period of human history, the stage of rule by brute force.
Who wrote that?
Ayn Rand, she's the author of The Fountainhead and of Atlas Shrugged. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A word of advice. When we hold the public hearings, please bring that exact issue up and put it on the record in the public hearing. Okay. That's what that's for. Okay. Anyone else want to address the question? Go ahead.
Tom Harris. On the political sign issue, 2 meetings ago, you had said that you planned on bringing that on the agenda at the September meeting, and it's not on the agenda.
Right.
And this means that we'll go at least a full year, because we're going to be back in October when this all began last year, and I'm kind of disappointed to see that it goes a full year when it was. We were led to believe it was going to take 3 months, a little bit of a grace period, or overage is understandable. I don't really think that a full year is understandable. I don't know why it's not on here tonight. It's pretty discouraging that it hasn't been on one agenda since the initial complaints, and I just don't understand why you're doing that. The other thing, I've filed a Freedom of Information request with the town, and that it went to Mr. Overton and the Zoning Commission members, and I'd requested a copy of the attorney's opinion that you had said wouldn't ever be released to the public. We're basically the clients, the attorney's clients. There's no lawsuit involved there, and I don't know why you're withholding that information. I think you're just building up attorney's fees, which is an unnecessary burden to the taxpayer. I also asked for a clarification of the opinion that you requested from the attorney. It was never mentioned in a meeting. and I just don't know who made the decision. I had requested information on that and basically received nothing on it. There's a decision made, you people were part of the commission. I don't know when it was done, it wasn't done in one of your meetings, it isn't in any of your minutes. And did this thing just materialize and all of a sudden somebody's acting on it and the lawyer's billing us? I just don't understand that. Apparently you don't either. And the other thing that I have to say, it's a slightly different subject. I think it was extremely inconsiderate the way the last meeting was handled. To make people wait till around now, including the people with the Ambulance Association for their application, or their, basically to test the waters as to how you're going to feel. You make people wait till later than this point in the evening, and then just say there's no privilege of the floor. A letter was read at the meeting that the commission had the right to do it in the opinion of the attorney. And then the commission didn't go and do it. Mr. Clark, as acting commissioner, basically dictated that this is what was going to happen. And it is what happened. And then without any seconding of the motion, the meeting was adjourned at the end of the discussion. I find great fault with that type of procedure. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Commissioners, I don't know why you are here. I really don't understand, because no one says anything to contradict the way these meetings are run. This is not a dictatorship. This is the commission which represents this town. Last month, if one of you had asked for a vote, we could have had privilege of the floor, because then it would have been voted on. Similar to this evening, if you people will test these two people who try to keep people quiet and rule by fiat, if that's what you want, that's what you get. And this man wants to run for selectman? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. But you people ought to wake up and do something, because you are a commission. Each one of you has a representation for the people in this town. Once again, I have in correspondence requested the lawyer's letters, which you have said, Martin, will never be released. However, you're wrong. We are going to pursue this. We're not threatening a suit. We're going to get the Freedom of Information officer to help us out. The way you run these meetings, or if you're a friend of the court, everything is nice and easy. If you're not a friend of the court, then you put people through the hoops. So if that's what you people want, that's what you get. I could never serve on a commission such as this.